Today we are going to do a short little video on the proper way to clean really dirty wheels. We are going to give you a little backstory of what's on the wheels and what's on the tires. These are extremely dirty. I mean, I don't even know if I want to touch them. I don't even really want to touch them. You can see it in here. They're pretty dirty. So I've power washed them off once already, but they're extremely dirty right now. Probably the dirtiest I would ever let them get, but they've they got that way because of my mountain trip. But we're going to explain and show you how to clean them off and what it looks like after using the given products. So I'm going to go get the products, pull them out real quick, and explain what I have on the wheels. Okay, so this is what we got. On the tires, we have CarPro Pearl as the dressing for the tires. After I cleaned with Adams rubber and I think it's just rubber and tire cleaner. Clean off the tires really well until they basically clean off to where the foam is basically white, so they're not dirty at all. And then you top it off with the Pearl. And I actually only retop with the Pearl probably every third wash, and then I put it on there again. So we have that. The wheels from new were coated with the Deluxe, and so far that has actually worked pretty well. As you'll see when I go to wash them off, you'll see it bead pretty good. But that's actually worked pretty well for a coating, a ceramic coating. And then about every third wash, about the same with the tires. Yeah, about the same with the tires. Every third wash, I do the Hydro O2 as a top coat over there, and then I basically dry them off, and then I do the tires. So that's what's on there right now. We're now going to go through the cleaning process that I do when they're this dirty. I end up doing some things twice. So let's see how dirty the tires actually are at one cleaning and then the rims are at one cleaning. So let's do that now. So we got my bucket. We got my easy detail brush I use for the barrels. We have my lug nut brush. My wheel willy. And my tire brush. And then we have the Adams tire cleaner, tire and rubber cleaner. And then we have Adams wheel cleaner that's actually in a Grios bottle. And here's my Hydro O2 pre-mixed. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to rinse everything off really well. And then we'll get to applying layers here. Layers of cleaning product. I just do the wheel wells at the same time. And it looks like I have a piece of plastic coming off here, which is heavy, and there's a couple rocks caught in there. I'm gonna have to do something with this. So you can see that in there or not. So I'm just trying to rinse off all the debris, all the heavy deposits. Go through and do the tire first. That needs to set in for a second. And then I do the wheel. So I'm just going to spray the spokes lightly, because obviously this is going to tear up the rotors pretty good. And I'll do a little bit in the barrels and the caliper. Okay, and then give it a little squirt here and there. You're going to see this start to work pretty fast. Okay, and then what I usually do at that point, since I know the tires are extremely dirty, I was going to go do the tires. Tire, that is. I'm going to go ahead and clean the barrels. I always start at the top and work my way around. I don't know why I do it that way. I just started doing it that way. It just seemed to make sense to me, and it kind of keeps me remembering where I was at if I just start at the top of the center. And then I get around the caliper a little bit better. Let this kind of swipe in, and then I'm going to use this through the wheel well here just to get that a little bit. And then rinse off the brush. Now I'm going to use my Wheelie Wally right here. I'm going to rinse this off really well. Me personally, I like to put a couple squirts in it. These are 1 or 2 on each side. Maybe closer to 2 or 3. And then I work my way through, starting in the same position at the top and working my way around, getting it in everywhere. Then if I get near the caliper, I'll pick up the caliper and do that as well. Which with these wheels, the spokes are so small, it makes it so nice to be able to clean everything so easily. So this takes a little bit of time. I'm not much of a talker, so I'm just trying to make this quick and easy. Because obviously, I think this is actually what takes the longest when you're doing a car or a truck or whatever, is actually cleaning the wheels properly. This can take most of your time. Okay, so that's all the way around. Grab my lug nut brush, rinse that off. And then go through and start with the lug nuts. And with these wheels, I'm going to use this to get into crevices and stuff, little small tight areas. Just give it a quick brush once over. And I'll go through and do the caliper a little bit as well. On the valve stem, you can see how purple this is. There's a lot of little brake dust particles on here, which is a little bit of brake dust from the pads and a little bit from the rotor. And now you can see at the wheel, the tire has dried. We're going to go through and rinse off. As you can see, it already looks 10 times better. Now we're going to do the tire again. Because obviously a lot of the same stuff that's on the rim is on the tire, kind of embedded into the rubber. Because that's just kind of what happens. So, you should be able to see how it's showing more just a white foam. You should see that lighten up as the tire gets cleaner. So it's still pretty dirty. rinse it off, obviously. So you can actually start seeing it come back. Now we're back to the pearl. I think maybe one more. There's a couple areas like over in here and over here I could tell are still dirty. So I'm going to do this one more time and you'll see that once I get back to the beading, I'm now back to the tire dressing. Because that kind of soaks into the rubber. So I'm going to do this one more time. This only happens when they're this dirty. I've never had to do this on a regular wash. But basically, I went through 4 tanks of fuel in a very, very short period of time under heavy, heavy driving, almost like track use. See how foamy, white and foamy it is now? The tire is pretty clean. Like I said, there's just a couple of spots. See, I can tell right there a little bit. By doing this method right here, it helps maintain the rubber as well as the look of the rubber. You don't get that brown, tingy looking tire that I see a lot of people just keep topping tire dressing over dirt and grime. Rubber ends up looking brown. So I'd say that looks pretty good. So now I'm going to do my Hydro 2. I'm going to go through and spray that on my wheel. A little bit here and there. Kind of saturating everywhere. This just kind of makes it easier to clean the next time. Get a little bit on the rotor too, or on the aluminum hat of the rotor. So, and then we just power wash it off. Okay, so that's one wheel. Now you do the same process on the other 3. So obviously that probably took me, let me see, look at the clock, how long that take. That's taken approximately, looks like about 13 minutes. So about 15 minutes per wheel, so you can figure that's going to take you an hour to do just the wheels alone. And then the rest of the car, washing it and drying off, is probably another hour. So that's about a 2-hour job to give you a proper clean, which isn't actually that bad. So you figure 2 hours, if you were to pay a detailer to do this, it's probably going to cost you $50. Maybe a little bit more at this level. I think it's about $50, $55 to have them do an exterior detail, which is what I would call doing the way I'm washing it. So that's about it. So that's just a quick wash on how I do my wheels. So thanks for watching.